What if one of the most powerful tools for improving your mental health, reducing stress, strengthening relationships, and increasing happiness was something completely free? What if it wasn't a pill, a supplement, or an expensive program? What if it was something you could experience today, simply by looking at a beautiful sunset, listening to inspiring music, helping another person, or feeling deeply connected to someone you love? That experience is called awe. And according to modern psychology and neuroscience, awe may be one of the most transformative emotions humans can experience. But here's the surprising part. Most people go through life without realizing how much they need it. They become trapped in routines, overwhelmed by responsibilities, distracted by screens, and disconnected from meaningful human relationships. Over time, stress rises. Joy decreases. Life starts feeling repetitive. Have you ever felt like you're constantly busy but somehow not truly fulfilled? If so, you're not alone. Today, we're exploring the science behind awe, meaningful connection, and why these experiences may be essential for a healthier, happier, and longer life. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll discover practical ways to bring more wonder, purpose, and connection into every single day. And some of them take less than 5 minutes. What is awe? Let's start with a simple question. When was the last time something genuinely took your breath away? Maybe it was standing beneath a star-filled sky, watching waves crash against a shoreline, holding a newborn baby, listening to an incredible piece of music, or witnessing an act of kindness that restored your faith in humanity. These moments create a feeling psychologists call awe. Awe occurs when we encounter something vast, beautiful, meaningful, or extraordinary that challenges our normal way of thinking. It reminds us that we're part of something bigger than ourselves. Researchers have found that awe can change how we perceive time, relationships, and even our own problems. Instead of feeling trapped inside our daily worries, awe expands our perspective. Suddenly, what seemed overwhelming becomes manageable. What seemed impossible becomes possible. And what felt meaningless begins to feel significant again. But why does this happen? Let's look at the science. The brain on awe. Scientists studying brain function have discovered something fascinating. When people experience awe, activity decreases in parts of the brain associated with excessive self-focus. In simple terms, awe temporarily quiets the constant mental chatter that often fuels stress, anxiety, and overthinking. Think about that. Many people spend hours trying to stop racing thoughts. Yet moments of awe can naturally create mental space and calm. Researchers also believe awe may stimulate the release of neurotransmitters associated with positive emotions, motivation, and social bonding. This helps explain why people often feel refreshed, inspired, and connected after awe-inspiring experiences. Have you ever noticed how small your worries feel after looking at a mountain range or gazing at the stars? That's not your imagination. Your brain is literally shifting perspective. And that shift can have powerful effects on health and well-being. Why modern life makes awe harder to find. Now here's the challenge. Modern life often works against awe. We're constantly rushing, checking notifications, responding to messages, meeting deadlines, paying bills, managing responsibilities. The brain becomes focused on survival and productivity. There's little room left for wonder. This can lead to symptoms such as chronic stress, mental exhaustion, emotional numbness, reduced motivation, loneliness, lack of purpose, increased anxiety. Does any of that sound familiar? Many people assume these feelings are simply a normal part of adulthood, but often, they're signs that something important is missing. Not just entertainment, but meaningful experiences that reconnect us with life itself. And that's where awe becomes so important. The health benefits of awe. You might think awe is simply a pleasant emotion, but research suggests it's much more than that. Studies have linked awe experiences to reduced stress. When we experience awe, stress hormones may decrease. The body shifts away from constant fight or flight mode and moves toward a calmer state. Better mental health. People who regularly experience awe often report higher levels of life satisfaction and emotional well-being. Increased compassion. Awe reminds us that we're connected to something larger than ourselves. As a result, people often become more generous, empathetic, and kind. Greater resilience. But awe can help us view them from a broader perspective. This makes it easier to cope with setbacks and uncertainty. Improved relationships. Awe encourages gratitude, appreciation, and emotional openness. These qualities strengthen personal connections. Think about that for a moment. Could something as simple as watching a sunrise actually improve your emotional health? Let's talk about another major issue affecting millions of people: loneliness. Many people are surrounded by others, yet still feel deeply disconnected. Technology allows constant communication, but not always meaningful connection. Feeling isolated, emotional emptiness, reduced motivation, increased stress. And here's something important. Loneliness isn't simply being alone. It's feeling disconnected. A person can be by themselves and feel peaceful, or they can be surrounded by hundreds of people and still feel lonely. Meaningful connection is what matters. Why human connection is medicine. Have you ever had a conversation that completely changed your day? Maybe someone listened without judgment. Maybe a friend offered encouragement exactly when you needed it. Maybe a loved one reminded you that you're not facing life's challenges alone. These moments matter more than most people realize. Meaningful social connections activate systems in the brain associated with safety, trust, and emotional regulation. When we feel connected, stress often decreases, emotional resilience increases, mental health improves, and life feels more meaningful. Humans evolved as social beings. Connection isn't a luxury. It's a biological need, just like food, sleep, and physical activity. A real-life example. Imagine two people. Both have stressful jobs. Both face financial pressures. Both experience setbacks. The first person feels isolated. They rarely share their struggles. They talk openly with trusted friends and family. Which person is likely to cope better? For most people, the answer is obvious. Connection doesn't eliminate problems, but it changes how we experience them. Support makes challenges feel lighter. Hope becomes easier to maintain, and resilience grows stronger. Myths about happiness and connection. Let's bust some common myths. Myth 1. Happiness comes from success alone. Many people believe they'll finally be happy after achieving a certain goal. A promotion, a bigger house, more money. But research consistently shows that meaningful relationships contribute more to long-term well-being than material success alone. Myth 2. Awe is only found in extraordinary experiences. You don't need to climb Mount Everest. Awe can be found in ordinary moments. A flower blooming, a child's laughter, a beautiful song, a thoughtful act of kindness. Myth 3. Strong people don't need connection. The truth? Everyone needs support. Seeking connection isn't weakness. It's human nature. How to create more awe every day. Now for the practical part. How can you experience more awe in daily life? Spend time in nature. Nature is one of the most reliable sources of awe. Take a walk. Watch a sunset. Look at the stars. Observe trees, clouds, or wildlife. Even a few minutes can make a difference. Learn something new. The human brain loves discovery. Read about space. Explore history. Listen to inspiring music. Music can trigger powerful emotional experiences. Choose songs that uplift, inspire, or move you emotionally. Practice gratitude. Take a moment each day to appreciate things you usually overlook. Gratitude helps reveal the extraordinary within the ordinary. Notice acts of kindness. Pay attention to people helping others. These moments often inspire awe and restore optimism. How to build deeper connections. Meaningful relationships don't happen automatically. They require intention. Here are simple strategies. Be fully present. When talking with someone, put away distractions. Listen carefully. Make eye contact. Give them your attention. Ask better questions. What was the best part of your day? What inspired you recently? What are you excited about right now? These questions create deeper conversations. Express appreciation. Tell people what they mean to you. Don't wait for a special occasion. A few sincere words can strengthen relationships significantly. Perform small acts of kindness. Kindness creates connection. Send an encouraging message. Help a neighbor. Check in on a friend. Small actions often have powerful effects. The power of purpose. Awe and connection often lead to another important ingredient of well-being: purpose. People who feel connected to something larger than themselves often report greater life satisfaction. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It might be raising a family, helping others, creating art, teaching, learning, serving your community, making someone else's life better. Purpose gives direction to our actions, and direction creates meaning. Without meaning, achievements often feel empty. With meaning, even small actions become significant. A simple daily challenge. Here's a challenge for the next 7 days. Every day, spend 5 minutes noticing something beautiful. Reach out to one person intentionally. Express genuine gratitude. Take a moment to reflect on what gives your life meaning. That's it. Simple. Yet these small habits can gradually transform how you feel. Because extraordinary lives are often built from ordinary moments repeated consistently. Final thoughts. Let's bring everything together. Awe is more than a pleasant feeling. It's a powerful emotional experience that can reduce stress, improve perspective, strengthen relationships, and increase well-being. Meaningful connection is more than social interaction. It's a fundamental human need that supports emotional and physical health. Modern life often pulls us away from wonder and connection, but with intention, we can bring them back. Look up at the sky. Watch a sunset. Listen deeply. Express gratitude. Reach out to someone you care about. Notice the beauty that's already around you. Because sometimes the most powerful changes don't come from adding more to life. They come from paying closer attention to what was already there. So here's our question for you. What was the last moment that filled you with awe? And who is someone you're grateful to have in your life? Share your answer in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. If you found this video valuable, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more science-backed health, wellness, and personal growth content. And remember, a life filled with awe and meaningful connection isn't built someday. It's built one moment, one relationship, and one day at a time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. This script is designed for approximately 14 to 16 minutes of voice-over narration and includes SEO-friendly health, wellness, psychology, emotional well-being, resilience, connection, gratitude, and purpose-related themes.